Hi everyone. Hello. Welcome to my channel today. This is another day and this is your homegirl Toyin from Nigeria. Yes, I'm from Nigeria. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. I'm having a nice time. It's nice and bright, outside, and it's just really nice. The weather. Yeah, so I hope you're having the same kind of weather wherever you are. All right. And if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. I welcome you. And I would like you to sit back and relax and listen to what I have to say today. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please support your homegirl by clicking on the subscribe button, okay? As well as the notification button so you get the videos as they come, okay? And I want to say thank you to everyone who has supported me in one way or the other. Your feedback, your support, your encouragement. Wow, like I'm happy, Thank you so much for your encouragement, okay? And I promise to dish out more. I promise to do better, okay? And I hope I continue to get your support. Okay, so what's the topic for today? I would like to talk about another topic for today relating to work, okay? Because a lot of us go through this. So even if you're not working, even if you're a student, you can relate to what I have to say today. And I'm talking about workplace dissatisfaction. We've all had to go through that. I've gone through that. I know a whole lot of people who have been dissatisfied at one point or the other in their career. Okay, so it could be you faced dissatisfaction previously, or you're currently facing dissatisfaction at work, or you could even be a student and you're dissatisfied at the course you're currently studying. So it's really broad. It's something that cuts across all borders. So we're going to talk about it today. Okay, I want you to sit back, stay tuned, and listen to what I have to say today. Okay, now let's start. What do we understand by what I just said, the satisfaction? It comes in any form. It could be your work, it could be your personal life. Everybody has it. So we all know what dissatisfaction at work means. We all know what's being dissatisfied about certain things in our lives. We know what it means, right? Okay, so I'm not going to go into that because we know what it means. What we want to do is we want to talk about real life solution to that and how we can walk around these particular issues and be a better person. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what we want to do. Okay, advise ourselves on how to be better and how to live a healthier and happier life. Yeah, that's what we're going to discuss. Okay, so like I said, I know someone who in a job, a past job, really, she's doing something else now. She went through that issue. She was underperforming. Hers was not choosing the wrong job or whatever. She was underperforming at what she was doing. So she was in the marketing department, the sales team. You know how it works when you're in the sales team. And she just wasn't forthcoming. She wasn't performing. She wasn't bringing in money. She wasn't meeting her targets. She wasn't doing jack. Nothing was coming in. And she had spent like over a year in that company. So she became very unhappy because she just couldn't understand why she wasn't, meeting her targets. She couldn't understand why her colleagues were making money for the company and she wasn't making money for the company. So she said to herself, oh, maybe I'm at the wrong place, maybe I'm having the wrong job. And it started affecting her emotionally. It affected her self-esteem because she felt she couldn't bring in money for the company. She felt she wasn't doing her job. And of course, you know what happened? Things became worse. She wasn't even going out anymore to speak to customers, and her performance got worse. So what did she do to turn things around for herself? Okay, so I spoke to her. I got some tips from her. I also spoke to a few persons and got tips from them as to how they were able to manage their this parts of this stage because it's actually a stage. You go past it as time goes on. Okay, and I was able to get their point as to how they managed the stage of their lives, and that is what I want to discuss with you today. So now let's start with, I would like us to start with the very first thing that comes in mind. Okay, so there's always a genesis to everything, right? You don't just wake up one morning and you become unhappy with what you're doing, it doesn't work like that. It starts from somewhere. Okay. Now it starts with applying for the wrong job. That's where it starts from. When you apply for the wrong job or you accept the wrong offer. So in some countries where unemployment is really high, you find a lot of people, they just accept whatever comes their way. They just need to survive. They just need something for their daily survival. So they accept whatever job offer comes their way, whatever job they're asked to do. As long as it's a job, as long as it's something legit, as long as it's something that can, give them money, something that can cater for their daily living and, cater for their families, they're fine. So they take this job without actually checking, am I going to be productive in this job? Is this something I really want to do with my life? Is this something I really want to spend hours, a whole lot of hours every day doing? Will I be happy doing this job? Some people don't have that luxury. Yeah, there's some people who have that luxury of, choosing, but a lot of people do not have a luxury to choose what they really want to do. A lot of people, especially in this part of the world, you know what I mean. Okay, so if you're already in that position in this part of the world and you don't know what to do, so let's look at what we need to do to ensure that you live a healthier life. Okay, the first thing you need to do, if you're in that position, if you haven't been in that kind of position before, then lucky you, congratulations to you. Okay, if you haven't been in that position before, congratulations, and whatever you're doing, you seem to be doing it well, so well done. But if you're in that position, or if you were in that position, or you're currently in that position where you're completely unhappy working or doing what you currently do, be it if you're an entrepreneur, you're in a business you're not really passionate about, or you're working for an employer and your job description is something you don't like, it gives you shivers whenever you think about it, or you're thinking of going into your business and you're looking at the fact that, okay, this particular line of business is making money for people, right? And you think you can just go make money without having any form of passion, then you're mistaken. For example, I don't like what do they call it, network marketing. I can't do it. Okay, now I have friends who do network marketing and they're making money from it and they're so passionate about it. So if I look at what they're making and I say, oh, okay, oh, she's making a lot of money, I want to have to do this business, I would like to do network marketing, make some money out of it, I don't think it would work because I don't like it. Like, I know I do not like network marketing. I don't like it. So doing it will only make me unhappy. And I'm going to stress myself, engaging myself in that line of business. So that's the example I've just given to you. Okay? So you need to know your strengths, what you can do and what you're good at. It helps a lot. But if you're already in that position, you're having a high level of dissatisfaction at work. Let's just talk quickly on what we can do. The first thing you can do if you're in this position is you need to identify the problem. What exactly is the problem? Why are you dissatisfied at work? You don't just wake up and you become unhappy about something. Something must have led to it. So why are you dissatisfied at work? Could it be as a result of the work culture? Some offices, some environments, their working culture might be opposite of who you are. Some people don't value, some companies, there are companies who don't value integrity, while some employees, integrity is really high on their list. So if you accept a job offer from a company that has no value for integrity, they have no value for perfection, then it becomes a problem for you as an employer. As an employee who values perfection, who values integrity, is really going to tell on you. Okay, so you're dissatisfied at work, and we're talking about how do you identify what the problem is. That's the first thing you do when you feel you're not happy. So you need to take a step backward. Ask yourself some questions. Okay, I don't like this work. I don't like this job. Why don't I like it? What really is the issue? Could it be as a result of the working culture, which I just explained to you? Could it be as a result of, do I feel overworked? Do I feel like I'm being on the page? Do I feel like I'm being overworked for the money I'm being paid? Do I feel like I'm not being well compensated by my employer? What's the reason? So I've given you two questions you could ask yourself. I'm going to give you more. Number one question is, what exactly is the issue? Is the issue the working culture? Working culture means you don't like the way things are being run in that environment. You don't like the way work is being done. You don't like their culture. You don't like, culture is the behavior of a particular organization. So their culture is completely opposite to your personality. Could it be that you're being overworked, which means you feel like you're being, on the page, you're not well compensated for the tasks you perform, or you feel like you're being overloaded with too much tasks that other people are supposed to share with you to make life easier for you? Could it be lack of management support? There are a whole lot of companies who do not support their staff. I know of, good companies, that are not supportive to their staff at all. Well-paid companies that are not, well-paying companies rather, that don't support their staff. So you're in that position. Maybe you're in a company where you feel you don't get management support. What do you do? Okay, could that be the problem? Okay, your job can also lead to satisfaction if you're in the wrong profession. Yes, we go to school, we study, right? And some of us end up studying what we shouldn't have studied, really. I mean, a whole lot of us had that issue, and some people are still making that same mistake. So we are told, oh, you need to study a particular course so you can make money, so you can always be in the market. But we forget that you can always be high, well looked for in the job market. But we forget something, it takes passion. It takes passion to be different at what you do. It takes passion, to be the best at whatever it is you want to do. So yes, the money is important. Yes, the money is, the most important according to people. But I feel if you enjoy what you do, you become more creative, and you can, become distinct from other people who do that same thing. So you're in the wrong profession. You've gone to school for the wrong course. You're out of school. You're working in the wrong department. For example, you're an engineer and you're working as a salesperson. Or, for example, you studied marketing in school and you come out of school and you're an admin officer, or you actually went to school to study marketing, you're out of school and you're working as a marketer, and you suddenly realize, actually, this is not for me. I'm not I don't have the marketing personality. I'm not supposed to be a salesperson. You suddenly realize that you are in the wrong profession. I've given you 4 points to ask yourself. Number 1 point, are you in the what exactly is the problem? Is it the work culture, right? Do you feel you're being overworked, right? Do you feel it's lack of management support, so you're in an organization where they don't support you? Or do you feel that you've made a mistake by choosing the wrong profession? You feel you don't want to do what you currently do. Now, asking yourself this question would help you to know what next to do. The fact is, there's no reason for you to stay in an organization or in a wrong job. There's no reason, absolutely, for you to stay with the wrong organization if your answer is, oh, I don't like the working culture, I don't like the way we work in my company. Or there's no need for you to stay. There's absolutely no need for you to stick to a career you don't like. There's no need for you to stick to a job you don't like. That's why we have career change, People wake up in the morning and suddenly they're doing something else. You can do it. You have the liberty to do that, okay? And staying in the wrong job, staying in the wrong office can make you miserable. I can assure you. I've been through that before. The short story I have, when I first graduated, I was in the sales department in a particular company. Oh my God. I thought I could do it. Fresh graduate, what do I know? I went into sales. I got a job and I was supposed to bring in money, the sales thing. And I thought I could do it. Oh yeah, fresh graduate confidence, I can do this, I can bring in as much money, I just need to network and all the things about sales. And the first 3, 4, 5 months, well, very interesting. I got to learn a whole lot of new things. I learned things, I met people. But when the deal was not coming, okay, then I started thinking, do I really want to do this? And then I had to face the challenges that comes with marketing. And I did that for a couple of years. And yes, I was able to meet my target, but it was a lot of struggle for me to achieve it. Yeah, I had to struggle to meet my target. I suddenly realized that actually I don't think sales is something I want to do, especially when it comes to the target thing, because I'm this kind of person that once I have a target, I don't like to underperform. I must perform, So if I don't get to that point where I perform the way I'm supposed to perform, then I don't give up on it. So I put in everything I had into that role, and I actually performed. But I got to understand that no, this is not something I really want to do for the rest of my life. Sales, I'm not going to be part of it anymore. And what did I do? I'm going to tell you what I did. So stay tuned and listen to how I was able to handle mine, and how other people handle theirs. And then you can pick 1 or 2 things and help yourself out. Okay, so before we continue with the solution, let's quickly look at how or why people stay in. Why do people stay in wrong jobs? Why? We all know that personal reasons. You have responsibilities, you have families to cater for. Depending on where you live in the world, it could be a country where the unemployment level is huge. So you don't joke with whatever job you have. You could be tied to a contract. There's some contracts that tie you down for a couple of years, some 2 years, depending on the contract you sign, and you can't move, you can't leave until you finish that contract with that company. So that can keep you stuck. That can keep you in a particular job role you don't like for a certain period of time, depending on the period you signed on your contract. Uncertainty, fear of the unknown. Okay, I'm in this job role, I don't like it, I don't like my employer, I don't like this job, I'm underperforming in this job, I feel miserable doing this job. What do I do? Oh my God, I can't leave the job. I don't know what tomorrow holds. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to find a job. So I'm scared. So this one, this popular saying, that is popularly said in my country, that a bird in hand is worth more than 2 in the bush. So you go ahead and say, oh, so I have this job, I can't just leave. I better stick to this job so that I can have an income at the end of the month. So that is fear of the unknown. Is that why you're still there? Is that why you don't want to leave? Is that why you don't want to look for a better career to do? And then there's another one that I noticed that people fall to. They call it seniority. When you fall for seniority baits. So basically, in your current organization, you have a very high position, right? And you're used to being in that position. You don't want to start. You don't want to go back to another company and you have a lesser position. You like the fact that you're a senior manager or whatever it is, whatever position you occupy in your current company. And you don't just think you want to go back and start afresh, starting a new career or looking for another company. So you're falling for what they call seniority base. So you just feel, because you have a high position, that's fine. No, it's not fine. There's some job, we're going to talk about that in due course. There's some job titles you shouldn't even accept as an individual. Yeah, you have like 3-4 years experience and you go into, I'm going to give you an example, and you work for a one-man business and you're doing maybe your job title is supposed to be like an operation manager, okay, and on your letter they are giving you job title as director operations. That's a very high. If you say I'm a director of operations in a small company, I'm talking about a really small company, okay, and I put that on my maybe LinkedIn or whatever career platform I belong to, and I put that on my CV, and after 6 months I realized actually this job is not for me and I want to move. Do you know what it takes to be a director of of something in an organization? Anyone seeing that job title already puts you at a very high level, and you have to be highly skilled to be considered in a better environment. In a better environment, you have to be highly skilled for you to occupy or be in that position. So there are some, you need to watch it. That's the senior. I'm still talking about seniority bait. You need to watch it when you're accepting your letter, when you're accepting an offer letter from especially small and medium scale enterprise. Do not fall for the big title. Okay, if you're an operations manager, let them put it there on your letter that you are an operations manager. Don't let somebody give you managing director operations when you're not the owner of the company. Okay, it will tell on your future prospects. Okay, so having said that, people also think they can't leave the job because they feel they are well compensated. So their compensation package is very good. They're well compensated. They've got all the statutory reward they're supposed to get. Fine. Fear of facing new challenges. Some of us don't want to start from the beginning. Some of us don't want to go to a new company and have to learn new culture and new way of doing things and then make new colleagues. Everybody is different, so we understand that part of you. Now quickly, my time is almost spent, right? I'm just going to talk about one more thing and then I will have a part 2 of this video. Okay, so having explained to you the reason why people don't want to move, I'm sure you can fit yourself into one or two of this. I'm sure one of them would suit you. Why you are refusing to move, why you're refusing to have a career change, why you're refusing to move from that organization where you think their work culture is not for you. Okay, so I'm going to talk about what we need to do in the next video. So stay tuned for the part 2 of this video. All right, thank you, and see you in a few seconds.